You've heard Genesis 1 told as history, God making the world in 7 days. Yet the ancient Hebrew and the Eastern mind invite you deeper. These are not just days in time. They are stages of consciousness and divine order. Each day is a living principle within you. This isn't history. This is your awakening. We begin our journey of creation, not in the outer world, but within the sacred temple of your own consciousness. The 7 days of Genesis are not just an ancient story of how the world was made, but a living map for how your world is made, moment by moment. Each day is a stage of your own becoming, a step in the divine process of bringing the unseen into the seen. Let us open the book of our own being and read the story of our own creation. Day 1. Light before the sun. The scripture tells us that before the sun, the moon, and the stars, there was light. This was not the light of a star, but the light of being itself. The first divine utterance, "Let there be light," was an explosion of pure potential, the dawning of awareness in the vast, formless void. This is the first principle of all creation, both cosmic and personal. Before anything can exist, there must be a consciousness to perceive it. This primordial light is your own awareness. It is the silent, ever-present field of consciousness in which all your thoughts, feelings, and experiences arise and pass away. It is the I am that exists before you say, I am tired, I'm happy, or I am sad. Your illumination, your consciousness is first. It's the foundational reality of your existence. To know this is to touch the eternal. Creation in your life begins when this light of pure awareness enters your personal world, when you have a moment of true seeing. It is the spark of a new idea, the sudden solution to a problem, the dawning realization that you have the power to change your life. It is the moment you awaken from the dream of who you thought you were and recognize the luminous presence that you truly are. This is your personal first light. Think of your first light moments. The instant a new truth dawned on you. The moment you first felt a deep, unconditional love. The spark of inspiration that launched a new chapter in your life. Acknowledge these moments as the divine act of creation beginning within you. Day 2. The waters above and below. After the dawning of light, the scripture speaks of a great expanse, a firmament created to separate the waters. This is the second great act of creation, bringing order to the unformed. Within you, these waters represent the vast fluid sea of potential. It is the chaos of raw emotion, subconscious urges, and unmanifested ideas. The waters above are the realm of higher consciousness, of divine inspiration, intuition, and universal truth. They are the heavens of your inner world. The waters below are the realm of the personal subconscious, your emotions, memories, and instinctual patterns. The creation of the firmament is the development of your conscious, observing self. It is the space of clarity you create within, which allows you to distinguish between divine inspiration and emotional reaction. It is not a wall of division, but a sacred space of discernment. Without this inner sky, we are lost in a flood of feeling and fantasy, unable to build anything of substance. You learn the waters separate, higher and lower, spiritual and material. Creation unfolds as you balance above and below, heaven and earth meeting in you. This balance is the key. It is the ability to receive an inspiration from the waters above and allow it to inform your life in the waters below without being swept away. It is living with your head in the heavens of possibility and your feet on the ground of reality. This is the path of the integrated human, the master creator who walks in both worlds. Where in your life do you need balance? Where do you need to create a firmament of awareness between your highest aspirations and your daily emotions? Is it in balancing work and rest, logic and intuition, giving and receiving? Find that center. Day 3. Land appears, and seed-bearing plants. Once the inner sky is established and the waters are held in balance, the next stage of creation can begin. The command is given for the waters below to gather, allowing dry land to appear. This is a profound metaphor for the crystallization of belief. From the fluid, emotional sea of your subconscious, solid ground emerges. This is the formation of your core values, your unwavering principles, your stable sense of self. This is the foundation upon which you can build a life. The land emerges. But this new land is not meant to be barren. Immediately, it is commanded to bring forth life, plants that bear seeds, each according to its kind. This is the introduction of a fundamental law of the universe, the law of the harvest. What you plant returns in kind. Your thoughts are seeds. Your words are seeds. Your beliefs, your intentions, your feelings, every single one is a seed you are planting in the fertile soil of your consciousness. What you plant in consciousness will manifest. This law is absolute. You cannot plant seeds of doubt and fear and expect to harvest a reality of confidence and peace. You cannot sow resentment and reap a harvest of love. The universe simply reflects back to you the nature of the seeds you have sown. The fruit always reveals the seed. Notice, too, that the plants are seed-bearing. This means creation is a cycle. The fruit of your thoughts contains the seeds for your future thoughts. A harvest of joy contains the seeds for more joy. A harvest of lack contains the seeds for more lack. You are always creating the conditions for your next creation. What seeds are you planting right now? In this very moment, with your attention and your inner talk, are you consciously choosing seeds of love, abundance, and well-being? Or are you allowing weeds of worry and negativity to grow untended? Become the conscious gardener of your soul. Day 4. Sun, Moon, and Stars. We arrive at this fourth day of creation. The canvas, once a formless void, now has shape and definition. There is light and darkness, sky and land, water and vegetation. But a crucial element is missing: rhythm. A way to measure time, a celestial clock to govern the unfolding of life. And so, God speaks again, not just light, but lights with a purpose. Genesis 1:14-19. And God said, "Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to separate the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." This is the birth of cosmic order. The sun, a great lamp for the day, warming the earth. The moon, a gentler light for the night, a silent guardian of our dreams. And the stars, scattered like guides across the velvet darkness, marking the vastness of the universe and our place within it. These are the lights that govern time and rhythm, inviting you into divine order and gentle cycles. They are instruments of divine intention, the cycle of sunrise and sunset, the patient orbit of the moon, the unfolding story of the seasons. This cosmic dance is an invitation from God to all of creation, including you, to step into a rhythm of grace, to enter the holy cycles that underpin reality. When you align with this holy rhythm, you feel steady. Creation within you is held by order. The chaos within settles as you realize you are held. Just as planets are held in their orbits, the creation within you, your thoughts, dreams, and healing, is supported by this divine framework. This is not a structure of confinement, but of support. It is the trellis that helps the vine of your life grow strong. Which loving cycles will you let guide your day? The world offers rhythms of urgency and noise, but the Creator offers rhythms of grace. The rising and setting of the sun is an invitation to begin with intention and end with gratitude. The steady rhythm of your own breath is a constant anchor to the present moment. How will you allow this sacred timing to bring peace to your soul? Day 5. Birds above and fish below. The stage is set. The heavens are adorned with rhythmic lights, and the earth has its lands and seas. The sky and the waters are vast, beautiful, but empty spaces of potential. And with the divine word, a new kind of creation erupts. Living, moving, breathing creatures. Not fixed like the plants, but free to soar and to dive. Life, in its dynamic, swarming, beautiful abundance, is born. Genesis 1:20-23. And God said, "Let the waters swarm with swarms of living creatures and let birds fly above the earth." Imagine the moment. The silent seas suddenly teeming with life of every shape and size. The quiet sky filled with the flutter of wings and the sound of birdsong. It is a symphony of vitality. And God saw that it was good, and blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply." Notice life filling sky and waters, air inviting inspiration, water mirroring emotion. Notice the profound symbolism. Life fills two realms. The sky is the realm of air, of breath, of spirit, the Hebrew word. It is the space of inspiration, of thought, of ideas that take flight. The sea is the realm of water, of emotion, of the subconscious depths. Its surface can be calm or stormy, mirroring the movements of our heart. As breath inspires and feelings flow, life in you multiplies. This blessing to be fruitful and multiply is also for your inner world. When you breathe in inspiration, welcoming new ideas, lifting your spirit, you tend to the sky within you. And when you allow your feelings to flow, acknowledging them without judgment, you honor the sacred waters within you. In this interplay, true vitality is born. As spirit inspires and emotion flows, your creativity blossoms and your compassion deepens. Where do you feel expansion now? Spirit, emotion, or their meeting place? Bring your awareness inward. Is there a new idea taking flight in your mind? That is the life of the sky within you. Or do you feel a deep emotion moving through you? That is the life of the waters within you. Or perhaps you can sense the shoreline where they meet, where inspiration kisses emotion, creating something new and wonderfully alive. Where do you feel this divine invitation to be fruitful and multiply? Day 6. Animals and Humanity. The narrative of creation reaches its terrestrial crescendo. God speaks, and the earth brings forth life in its myriad forms. Creatures that creep, beasts that roam, and livestock that serve. Each is formed according to its kind, a vibrant tapestry of existence filling the land. This is a world teeming with energy, a symphony of life playing out on the newly formed ground. But the masterpiece awaits its final, most intricate detail. Then, a profound pause in the creative rhythm, a divine consultation. Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness. This is not a command to the earth or the waters, but a declaration of divine will, a personal and intimate act. Unlike the animals, humanity is not just made according to its kind, but according to God's own kind, a reflection of the Creator Himself. Genesis 1:24-31. You are made in God's image. This is the core of your identity. It is not a physical resemblance, but a spiritual and existential one. It is the divine spark within your soul. You are a mirror of divine consciousness, not a separate creature lost in the cosmos, but a being designed for communion, for awareness, for self-reflection. You have the capacity to know and be known, to love and be loved, to understand the universe and your place within it. This is the dignity bestowed upon you from the very beginning. Because you are made in His image, you reflect divine creativity. This is not limited to the grand arts, but is present in every act of bringing order from chaos, beauty from mundanity. It is in the way you cultivate a garden, write a line of code, raise a child, or build a friendship. You are a co-creator with God, entrusted with the care of His world. The call to have dominion is not a license for exploitation, but a sacred charge of stewardship. To tend, to protect, and to nurture the creation on God's behalf, reflecting His own benevolent reign. Let His image shape how you live. Let it inform your choices, your words, your relationships. When you look at another person, can you see the faint glimmer of the divine image within them? When you engage with the world, do you do so as a caretaker or a consumer? To live in the image of God is to live a life of love, justice, mercy, and grace. It is to create, to restore, and to bring light into the dark places. So reflect on this profound truth. The very essence of the Creator is imprinted upon your soul. How will you honor the divine image within you today? In your thoughts, will you cultivate truth and beauty? In your actions, will you practice compassion and justice? In your being, will you allow the reflection of God to shine through you, unobscured? Day 7. Rest. The 6 days of forming and filling are complete. The cosmos is ordered, the earth is alive, and humanity stands as the pinnacle of it all. The universe holds its breath, a finished masterpiece. And on the 7th day, God did something entirely new. He ceased from His work. He rested. Genesis 2:2-3. God rests, not from exhaustion, for the infinite does not tire. His is a rest of completion, of satisfaction, of profound delight. He steps back, as an artist does, to behold the beauty and goodness of what has been made. In this divine pause, God blesses the 7th day and makes it holy. He sets it apart, consecrating it as a sacred time. This act of sanctifying rest is the final crowning touch of the creation week. It teaches us that existence is not an endless cycle of labor, but a rhythm of work and rest, of doing and being. Sabbath means wholeness and harmony. The Hebrew word Shabbat literally means to cease. It is a deliberate stopping, not just of work, but of striving, of worrying, of producing. It is an invitation to enter into God's own rest, to experience the world not as a project to be managed, but as a gift to be enjoyed. It is in this cessation that we find our own completion, our own sense of wholeness. We remember that our value is not in what we accomplish, but in who we are, beloved creations of God. Rest is your seal of creation. Like a wax seal on a finished document, the Sabbath authenticates your week, marking it as complete and offered to God. It is a tangible sign of your trust in His providence. When you pause in trust, you declare that the world will not fall apart without your constant effort. You affirm that God is the ultimate sustainer of all things, including you. This act of faith brings a divine equilibrium to your life. Balance crowns your work. It prevents burnout and cultivates a sustainable, grace-filled rhythm for living. But what does this rest look like in a world that never stops? It is an intentional act of resistance against the tyranny of the urgent. It is choosing to be present over being productive. It might be a quiet walk in nature, feeling the sun on your face. It could be a shared, unhurried meal with loved ones where conversation flows freely. It might be turning off your phone and opening a book of scripture, allowing your soul to be nourished. It is the creation of sacred space in the midst of a profane and hurried world. What will rest look like in your life? Will you dare to cease, to stop, to be still? Will you make space for completion, not just in your projects, but in your very soul? Will you accept the divine invitation to enter His rest and in doing so, find your own? The 7 days are living principles of consciousness at work in you. Each day is a step you can take, now, into awakening. Creation begins within you.